The day is only just beginning when the earthquake hits. This is the city of Pereira in the Andes. People are just wondering where to shelter when part of a 3-story building comes down. 6 of Colombia's airports have been damaged, including Pereira. As the quake intensifies, people cling on as bits of the ceiling fall around them. This man, terrified, says it's been shaking hard for a long time. This is Manizales. Many will be trapped in collapsed buildings. Look at the city, the man filming says. He's looking down on Colombia's 3rd biggest city, Cali. The plumes of dust rising tell the worst possible story. The mayor has asked people to help rescue workers search for survivors underneath the rubble.
At the moment, we have at least 20 collapsed structures in Cali with people trapped. I have requested support from the mayor of Bogota and the mayor of Medellin with rescue workers. Additionally, we are at the forefront of this emergency with all of Cali's relief agencies. I ask citizens to remain calm and to check if your buildings have apparent structural damage. If you don't feel safe, if you see very large cracks, please exit the building.
Still in Cali, a medical clinic starts to crumble. Most earthquakes last tens of seconds. This one went on for 4 minutes. This is inside a university hospital. Debris on the floor, cracks running down the walls. In another hospital, a doctor appeals for reinforcements.
Anyone who can help, please come quickly. I've got a lot of people in intensive care.
This will be a huge test for Colombia's new president, who was only sworn in on Friday.
Fellow countrymen, at this moment I'm heading to Bogota. I've suspended my diary to focus on the natural disaster that today's strikes are suffering Colombian people. I've called an emergency meeting, a unified command post in Bogota. I'll be there with the entire team, making decisions and taking action.
This earthquake has hit an area home to some 3.5 million people. Ecuador has pledged rescue teams to join the search for survivors. The US says it stands ready to help. The scale of this disaster is only just revealing itself.
Well, earlier I spoke to Maria Jimena Duzan, the Colombian journalist in Bogota and host of the A Fondo podcast. I began by asking her what it felt like when the quake first hit.
The seismic activity was estimated, to have lasted 2 minutes. It was very long.
2 minutes.
And it was bizarre for us because we are not used to earthquakes so long. But anyhow, according to the Colombian Geological Survey, it reported a depth of 96 kilometers. Mm-hmm. It means that it was so widely that it was so widely and strongly felt across the country, and it was for us the most long earthquake I've ever recall in my whole entire life.
Because the destruction went from Cali to Pereira to Bogota. I mean, that's quite a crescent of destruction.
Yes, at least 70 reported casualties up to now, and many people are still trapped in collapsed buildings. But these numbers will increase in the next few hours because, for example, we don't know how many casualties we have in Cali, one of the main cities of Colombia. And up to now, for instance, 7 airports have been suspended. Their activities because, they were destroyed. And in Pereira airport, only in one airport, part of the structure collapsed, killing at least three people. So up to now, we still don't know what is going on in Chocó, which was the epicenter of the earthquake, because the internet went off. We don't know how to communicate. We haven't been able to know what is really happening there. But the image we are receiving shows that they have been in many buildings that have been collapsed and that are right now collapsed.
And of course, your new president, your brand new president, has just been inaugurated in Cali, unusually, a few days ago. So
Yeah.
I mean, it was a lucky escape for him and his guests. He also said that
Well,
he would rule the country with a mano dura, with a hard hand. So he has his work cut out at the moment, doesn't he?
Well, it's a big beginning with this earthquake, and up to now we don't know what is really, the most important thing that he wants to do. And what we know is that he's going to go to these places and to come to Bogota. He doesn't like Bogota, the capital. He prefers to live in Barranquilla, but he has said that he's going to be here in Bogota. And here it's going to plan everything, all the rescue teams that he's already sending to all these areas that still we don't know what happened because we haven't been able to restore communications.
So this is a really big challenge for him in week one of his presidency.
Yes, it's a big challenge, and it's the beginning of his government. So it's a tough moment for him and for Colombia, and it's a good moment for him to really, put in place what he really wants to do in a country in which has to start in the midst of all this, tragedy, because I think that the toll of casualties is going to increase, in the next few hours.
Maria Jimena Duzan, thank you very much indeed for your time.
Well, thanks very much for caring about, what happened in Colombia after the earthquake, the longest earthquake in Colombia.